This is Nightline.
Tonight, IVF nightmare. The couple embroiled in a stunning IVF mix-up who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, but realized instantly she wasn't theirs.
It became very apparent the child that they had born was not their child.
Now their heartbreaking search for answers.
How worried are they that somebody else is raising their biological child?
Every single waking hour of every single day.
Inside the world of IVF mistakes.
It's 99.9% accurate that you're not the father. It's earth-shattering.
And the return of Scrubs.
I'm back, baby!
We're behind the scenes action, then on the set with the OG3.
Surreal.
I was going to say surreal. You stole my word. Surreal, trippy chills.
The Emmy-winning hit series, making fans' dreams come true with a reboot.
Why are you hitting me? Because I thought you were a dead guy coming back to life. Then why were you hitting me? Ego!
Do Sacred Heart's finest still have what it takes?
You are no longer in your 20s.
How dare you?
I knew this was where it was going.
Plus, Punch the Monkey, the viral story of the plucky little primate capturing hearts, how his resilience won him friends and made the internet go ape.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline.
Thanks for joining us. Tonight, for many couples, having a baby via IVF can make their dreams of starting a family come true. But for one Florida couple, that dream quickly turned to heartbreak and a mystery they're now trying to solve when they learned that the baby they gave birth to isn't theirs.
Tiffany Score and Stephen Mills were over the moon when they learned she was finally pregnant after years of heartbreak.
They absolutely bonded through that pregnancy. They talked to the baby throughout that pregnancy. They played music for the child.
The Florida couple used in vitro fertilization, or IVF, to create 3 embryos. The first transplant didn't work, but they were overjoyed when they became pregnant with a baby girl named Shay. She was born in December of last year.
Tiffany underwent a C-section, and it was a very difficult birth. But ultimately, it produced a beautiful little girl who, much to their surprise, had a very different appearance than what they had expected.
Despite the thrilling haze of breastfeeding and sleepless nights, they knew deep down something had gone terribly wrong.
So that must have been an incredibly bittersweet moment when they have the joy of birth and then the shock of a realization.
It became very apparent within a short period of time that the child that they had born was not their child.
Jack Scarola is the couple's attorney. He says a genetic test ultimately confirmed Stephen and Tiffany are not the baby's biological parents. The couple says they immediately reached out to their fertility clinic, asking for answers, but they didn't get a response.
Shay is an absolutely beautiful little girl. They fell in love with her. It absolutely grows every day, and it grows exponentially.
Tiffany and Stephen filed a lawsuit against their fertility clinic and the doctor in a quest to locate Shay's biological parents and to find their 3 embryos, which they created and stored with the clinic.
They don't know when someone is going to show up at their door and say, "We found out you got our daughter, and we want her back."
How worried are they that somebody else is raising their biological child?
They worry about that every single waking hour of every single day.
Their lawsuit also asking that the clinic pay for the genetic testing of patients who could potentially be Shay's biological parents and to disclose any discrepancy in the parentage of children born from the clinic in the past 5 years. The doctor filed a motion to dismiss the case in response to the complaint, and the clinic has not responded.
We are in court looking for answers. As soon as we can possibly get those answers for Tiffany, for Steve, for Shay, and for anybody else who may have been unwittingly caught up in this terrible series of errors.
ABC News reached out to attorneys for the clinic and doctor and did not hear back. But the clinic's attorney filed a letter to the judge with a proposed protocol for how the clinic will investigate the suspected or confirmed embryo mix-up while preserving the privacy of all patients and children involved. Stephen and Tiffany aren't alone. Although extremely rare, IVF mix-ups do happen.
Now to the mother who gave up a baby boy at 5 months old after learning she was implanted with the wrong embryo.
I was his whole world. And you walk in the courtroom, a mom, and your whole life in your arms, and you walk out with, quite literally, I can distinctly remember walking out with an empty stroller, pushing an empty stroller back to my car.
Interesting one, an Ohio family suing their fertility clinic, claiming a DNA test revealed their 24-year-old daughter is not biologically related to her father.
We trusted implicitly.
From a couple who say their fertility clinic mistakenly implanted an embryo that tested positive for a deadly stomach cancer gene.
That was my sole purpose, was to have a baby that I didn't pass this gene on to.
IVF has been a life-changing gift for so many couples trying to have children. Recent data shows about 250,000 patients per year receive IVF cycles and other fertility treatments. Dr. Lucky Seacon is a double board-certified OBGYN and reproductive endocrinologist. She's a partner at Reproductive Medicine Associates of New York and was not involved with Tiffany and Stephen's care. We spoke with her last year.
How common is it for people to struggle with fertility?
It's extremely common. 1 in 6 couples will have an infertility diagnosis.
What happens if there is a human mistake?
In an environment where you do a lot of these procedures and you do them well, and you adhere to the standard protocols, I think that this is an extremely, extremely rare and unfortunate event. But it's not something that most fertility doctors are going to see in their career or lifetime.
Eat a little bit more bacon, and then we're gonna go. Also,
Daphna and Alexander Cardinale have been in Stephen and Tiffany's shoes. Daphna got pregnant through IVF and gave birth to a baby girl, who we'll call May. And though she didn't resemble her older sister, at first the couple didn't think much of it.
Both of us just kind of were like, oh, like, genetics are what they are, and they're weird. And
but I was born with black hair, so I was like, oh, this one takes after me.
Daphna continued to ignore it, but Alexander says he couldn't seem to get those seeds of doubt out of his mind, especially when others pointed out that their baby appeared to be Asian.
I can't stress enough how much love creates the most powerful, form of denial.
To ease their concerns, they decided to take a DNA test.
It's 99.9%, accurate that you're not the father, and then she asked me to read the results for the mother, and then it was 99.9%. But it's earth-shattering.
The clinic told them their embryo had been switched with another couple's who had given birth to Alexander and Daphna's biological daughter, named Zoe. Even more shocking, the two families lived just miles apart.
Oh my God.
Daphna and Alexander distinctly remember the moment they came face to face with their biological daughter, Zoe, for the first time.
She was in her car seat.
And they handed her to you. For me, it was looking into her eyes when that's when it became real. When I lifted her up and felt her weight and looked directly into her eyes.
How are you so blue-eyed, Bubba?
She had my family's eyes.
Finally, they made an agonizing decision. They would switch their 4-month-old babies. Zoe and May are now 6 years old, and the families have remained close.
Who's excited for Christmas Eve? Woo! Woo! That's from me and Mommy D.
We got so lucky.
The new normal happened at some point. There was a day when we became family.
The Cardinales sued their fertility clinic and ultimately settled privately.
I think that
this
never would have gotten caught if they weren't so distinctly from different races.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
At the crux of the issue, critics say, is a need for more regulation, for tracking, and better enforcement in the event of an error.
There's no centralized database when things go wrong, or providers operate in a way that fails to abide by professional standards.
The American Society for Reproductive Medicine says that IVF is among the most heavily regulated medical procedures in the United States, and that medical providers have an ethical duty to disclose clinically significant errors. The organization offers guidelines for fertility clinics across the country, ranging from their lab standards to recommended protocols for things like embryo transfers and genetic testing.
These are just recommendations. They're not enforced in any meaningful way.
Shay is now 2 months old and deeply loved by the only parents she's ever known. And yet, Tiffany and Stephen hope that they can reunite her with her biological parents and find out if someone is mistakenly raising their biological child.
Are Tiffany and Stephen prepared to give Shay up?
Tiffany and Steve are prepared as anybody could be under these circumstances. And again, hoping on the other side of this difficult issue, that same attitude would prevail to allow them to be united with any child that belongs to them.
Such heartache. For much more on families grappling with IVF disasters, watch Impact by Nightline, switched before birth, now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu. We will, of course, continue to follow this story. And now a look ahead at tomorrow's show. The children's book author accused of poisoning her husband, then writing a book about grief, now on trial for his murder. And when we come back,
I'm back, baby!
The return of Scrubs, our special behind-the-scenes access to the set and the stars of the Emmy-winning series, a revival 16 years in the making. After the break. Welcome back. Scrubs fans' dreams coming true as millions celebrate the return of the huge hit show 16 years later. Our Will Gans granted special access to the set, a perfect replica of the original Sacred Heart Hospital and the OG stars of the Emmy-winning series.
I can't do this all on my own.
Scrubs is back. Shocking, right?
Surreal.
Surreal.
I was going to say surreal. You stole
I
my
was
word.
gonna say surreal.
Surreal, trippy chills.
Yeah, it's like stepping back in time. I mean, it's the same people. We're in the same clothing, and we're in the exact same hospital.
I'm a big dog. JD, Turk, and Elliot scrubbing back in at Sacred Heart.
I'm back, baby!
Lights, camera, action.
The OG3, Zach Braff, Donald Faison, and Sarah Chalk, reuniting 16 years after we last saw them together in the Emmy Award-winning series that ran from 2001 to 2010.
We're back. The clique is back together.
Shall we?
Let's do this.
Now fans gearing up for the hugely anticipated premiere of the Scrubs Revival series.
Healy superstar there, Scooter.
And we have been prescribed a sneak peek.
Can't figure out the rhythm? Or maybe you don't have any.
So in case you were wondering how legit this set visit is, this is one of Sarah's scripts, and I assume Sarah's tea. Now let's see if we can get her to spill any of it.
Nurse.
I'm a doctor, okay? The stethoscope, the beeper, a doctor. Got it?
Sarah, let me ask, what is Elliot up to in 2026, and what is her relationship like with JD?
Obviously, she's still quirky and klutzy, but has become actually like an extraordinary doctor in terms of her relationship with JD.
The audience will just have to tune in to see if that came to fruition.
Okay.
I'm helping Sarah self-censor.
Yes.
That question, flatlining.
We gotcha. He's not really dying.
But Zach does have some other major secrets to spill.
Hey, Miss Miller.
We haven't told anyone this yet. We recreated the old hospital, which has since been torn down, fully recreated the hospital on stage. So down to every single little thing. This is the exact replica of the set that we grew up on, shooting the show on, but recreated here on stage.
To scale.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because we spent like all of our 20s in this ICU and that cafeteria and that admissions.
Eagle! Ow! 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 Doug! Why are you hitting me? Because I thought you were a dead guy coming back to life. Then why were you hitting me?
I love that you bring up that it was in your 20s. So much of the show is physical. There are pratfalls, musical numbers.
Doctors, nurses, patients, dead guys!
You are no longer in your 20s.
How dare you?
I knew this was where it was going.
How does it feel getting back into the swing of things no longer in your 20s?
Our favorite part was the pratfalls and the stunts. We were like, yeah, we want to do our own stunts. See, I'm doing that pratfall. Let me take a turn. And now it's like we tried and we're like, oh God, my back.
But some things never go out of style.
The truth is, it's about a group of friends, and it's really about how to get through this very hard career path of being a doctor, a nurse, working in a hospital. They do it through friendship. My favorite comedies that I've ever watched are about a group of friends that I just kind of want to hang out with.
Fans gearing up to hang out with so much of the original cast.
Well, the last that we saw of your character, he was in a straitjacket and confirmed Hooch is crazy.
It's very true.
So how is he now 15 years later?
Well, well, we don't want to give too much away, but I think that even without the straitjacket, he's still crazy.
What is the secret to the crazy face?
Well, the crazy face, you have to start, it's kind of a red herring. You start with people think that you're going to be okay with what you're saying, and then it turns.
Did you stitch your initials into me? That's not important.
And in the spirit of that Scrubs craziness,
A little bit of a lightning round. I will give you an actual medical diagnosis, and you tell me who from the whole cast is most likely to be diagnosed with this specific thing.
Boy.
Don't say me every time, guys.
Nomophobia, the fear of being without their phone.
Zach. Donald.
Hyperthymesia, which is when you have an incredible memory. A person can recall extensive and vivid amounts of personal life experiences.
Sarah.
Ah, all right. Ergophobia, fear of work.
Donald. Donald. Donald.
Donald.
Stuck song syndrome, which is when you're prone to singing a song
Donald.
you can't get out of your head.
Donald, and currently it's For Good from Wicked.
Oh, you need a Glinda, I got
How's
you.
it start again?
I've heard it said
I've heard it said
that people
come
into our lives for a reason.
For a reason.
For a reason.
For a reason.
All right.
Incredible.
That Will is so talented. Our thanks to him. The new revival of Scrubs premieres here on ABC on Wednesday at 8 p.m. with episodes streaming the next day on Hulu. When we come back, Punch the Monkey, the heartwarming story of the little primate rejected by his family, then making his own, becoming a global sensation. And finally, the huge spirit of a little monkey. It's tonight's Nightline.
Named Punch by his caretakers at Japan's Ichikawa Zoo, the little snow monkey and his stuffy capturing hearts around the world with his resilience.
I really want to pick the monkey up and bring him home.
Rejected by his mother as a baby, but creating his own family with a plush orangutan, clinging to it like a surrogate mom. His plucky attitude going viral.
I love this monkey, and I love Punch.
And zookeepers report he's finally making friends and gaining acceptance in his own monkey troop, delighting the millions around the world who've made Punch a global social media star.
Now that's a happy ending. That's Nightline. See you right back here tomorrow, same time. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.